Let's get straight into this because in real estate, timing is everything. And the less I talk, the faster you can act. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, that's not a strategy. This isn't the time to sit back. This is the time to recognize opportunity when it shows up. What you're looking at right now is where the next phase of Green Garden will be developed. This is Green Garden Residences 4. If you've been following this market, you already know. Green Garden 1, 2, and especially 3, all of them located in Vistacana, sold out fast. And many of you reached out after saying, Mike, I missed it. Well, this might be your chance to get back in. Now, what makes this one different is that for the first time, they're combining everything into one project. Green Garden 1 focused on single-family villas. Green Garden 2 introduced duplexes. Green Garden 3 is building condos. But Green Garden Residences 4 brings all three together. So whether you're looking to live, invest, or generate income, this project gives you options. But let me say this, just because something is new doesn't automatically mean it's the right fit. I'm here to break it down so you can decide if this makes sense for you. So let's get into it. Let's start with the location. This project is positioned inside Vistacana, one of the fastest growing communities in Punta Cana. And what makes this important is not just where it is today, but where it's going. You're seeing ongoing development, infrastructure, and a steady increase in demand. And that's what drives long-term value. Not hype, but growth you can actually see. Now let's talk about what this project offers. You're not limited to one type of property here. You have three options: condos, duplexes, and single-family villas. Condos tend to be a more hands-off option, especially if you're looking to avoid the day-to-day responsibilities that come with owning a home, such as cleaning the pool, maintaining common spaces and walkways, and landscaping work. You don't have to deal with this yourself. Duplexes give you a bit more space and flexibility. These are semi-detached homes, meaning you have one property attached to another, but each with its own private space. Villas are for those looking for privacy, more space, and a long-term lifestyle. That said, duplexes and villas can also work well as rental option if that is your goal. Now let's get into the details, because this is where things start to matter. Green Garden Residences 4 will be made up of 128 condos, 12 duplexes, and 8 single-family villas. Starting with the condos, you're looking at layouts designed to be functional, easy to maintain, and practical. Sizes will vary depending on the unit, but expect efficient use of space. Starting on the first level, the one-bedroom units will have 1.5 bathrooms, walk-in closet, open kitchen, dining and living areas, laundry closet, and yard space. These will be about 600 square feet with a 288 square foot yard. These units start at $147,900. For an additional cost, you can have a jacuzzi installed. There's also an option of having a one-bedroom plus a studio, which can be used as an office, meeting space, library, family room, or whatever suits your needs. These units will be about 700 square feet with a 323 square foot yard. These units start at $169,900. On the second and third levels, these units are basically the same as the first with the difference of a balcony instead of a yard. These units will be about 600 square feet and priced at $139,900. This is where you'll find the lowest entry point into the project. There's also the option of having a studio as well. These units will be about 700 square feet and priced at $159,900. On the fourth level is where things start to get interesting because these units come with a rooftop terrace to maximize your living experience, enjoying sunrises, sunsets, or enjoying the view of the moon and stars while feeling the night breeze as you enjoy a hot or cold beverage. The units will be about 695 square feet and the rooftops will be about 341 square feet. These start at $174,900. Here too, you can have a jacuzzi installed for an additional cost. There's also the option of a fourth floor unit with a studio should you need the extra space. These units will be about 811 square feet and the rooftop will be about 291 square feet. These start at $194,900. Let's switch over to the two-bedroom units. These will have 2.5 bathrooms, closets in the bedrooms, open kitchen, dining and living areas, laundry closet, and the first floor units will have yard space. These units will be about 866 square feet with a yard starting at 577 square feet. These start at $218,900. On the second and third levels, these units are basically the same as the first with the difference of a balcony instead of a yard. These units will be about 866 square feet and priced at $199,900. The fourth floor units will measure about 893 square feet, but with the addition of a rooftop terrace, that will be about 318 square feet. These start at $222,900. Now the duplex option is where things start to shift a bit. These are semi-detached homes, so you're getting more space and privacy compared to a condo, but without going all the way up to a full single-family villa. This is a great option if you want something that feels more like a home, whether you're planning to live in it, use it part-time, or even rent it out when you're not here. It gives you that balance between comfort, space, and flexibility. These two-level duplex units in Green Garden 4 offers 3 bedrooms with 3.5 bathrooms. It comes with 2 parking spaces out front. On the first level, you'll have an open floor kitchen, dining, and living areas, a service room with private bathroom, guest bathroom, laundry closet, and access to the yard. The second level is where you'll have the 3 bedrooms, each with their own private bathroom. These duplexes will be about 1,381 square feet with a terrace about 72 square feet on a lot about 2,420 square feet. These start at $278,900. The single-family villas is where you have complete control on all 4 sides of your property. These 2-level units offers 4 bedrooms with 4.5 bathrooms. It comes with 4 parking spaces out front. On the first level, you'll have an open floor kitchen, dining, and living areas, a service room with private bathroom, guest bathroom, laundry closet, and access to the yard. For those looking to have a bedroom on the first level, this villa grants you your wish. The bedroom will have its closet and private bathroom. The second level is where you'll have the 3 additional bedrooms, each with their own private bathrooms. The master bedroom will enjoy from having its own private balcony and double vanity sink in the bathroom. These villas will be about 1,937 square feet with a terrace about 93 square feet on a lot about 3,503 square feet. These start at $377,900. Here are some artist renderings so you can get a better idea of this project's layout, followed by aerial footage I captured this week on the location of the project and its surroundings. Okay, so now let's break down the phases and what falls into each. This is important information to help you make informed decisions. Phase 1 will include buildings A and G, both featuring 1-bedroom units with a studio option. It will also include the main social area including swimming pools, main lobby and event space, and gym. This phase is estimated to be ready by June 2029. Phase 2 will include buildings B, C, and D. Building B will also offer 1-bedroom units with a studio option, while Building C will offer standard 1-bedroom units. Building D will offer 2-bedroom units. This phase will also include the children's play area and pet park. This phase is estimated to be ready by December 2029. Phase 3 will include buildings E and F and will feature 2-bedroom units. This phase is estimated to be ready by June 2030. Phase 4 will include the duplexes and single-family villas. This phase is estimated to be ready by December 2030. All units will include fridge, stove, and hood or extractor. The payment plan is as follows. Reserve with $2,000 US. Pay 15% with signed agreement to purchase. Pay 35% in monthly quotas interest-free during construction. Pay 50% balance on delivery. So at the end of the day, this comes down to timing and recognizing opportunity when it presents itself. Now is the time to set aside the best options. Call me or text me to 809-223-8416 or send me an email to info@propertiesbymasters.com and I'll walk you through step by step. Before you go, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for information on future projects or follow up on projects I've already published videos on. And keep sharing it so others can learn about opportunities like this as Punta Cana continues to grow. Because opportunities like this don't wait for perfect timing, but they do reward those who recognize them early. When you get a chance, follow me on Instagram as well at Properties by Masters. See you in the next video.